Hello, this is Hildron from the CC here today to show you the iMac G4. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong thing. That's not the iMac G4. This is the iMac G4, as you can see by its beauty. This is one of my favorite Apple designs. It's a lot like the Luxo lamp from Pixar, and of course we know Steve Jobs has something to do with Apple and Pixar, so that's maybe where part of this design came from. I like the swivel screen. I just like the way it looks like it's holding the screen in midair and the dome shape. It's a really good all-in-one computer. So I got this on eBay for $30. It was a pretty good deal. And I got these external Pro speakers from Apple. They're from Apple, but I actually got them from eBay, technically, because they're older. And I got those for about $40. And they just plug in through USB. So I'm going to go boot this thing up now. Alright, here goes. There's our boot sound. And if we look over here, you will see that we have this lovely Apple Pro keyboard hooked up. It's the black model, as you can see. And we've got the Apple Mighty Mouse, which it's now just referred to as the Apple Mouse. And it's got that cool all-in-one design with the... it looks like one button, but it actually can tell right and left click. It has the center button with 360 scrolling and the side buttons for other functions. So those are the two user interface peripherals we have installed here, so we can obviously use the computer. Okay, so here we have the desktop. I've got a little audio file on there. That's about it so far. I don't really clutter my desktop much. So let's go do some stuff. I'm going to bring the dock up here as well, and I'll just move this into my folder there. So this is the desktop of macOS 10 Leopard. That will be version 10.5, and I believe it's the 8th update, 10.5.8. And originally the iMac G3 is not supposed to run that high of a version, but you can hack it up to run Leopard, but it will not run that well, I will tell you that right now. There are some graphical issues, there are some stalling issues, and it's only got a 700 megahertz processor. That iBook G3 has a 1.33 gigahertz processor. So it is significantly faster. That's why I'm thinking of installing apps like Final Cut Express on there and stuff like that, because it'll be able to run that a lot better, and LiveType as well. So I'm going to show you around. This thing does connect to the internet, but I don't have it connected right now because I have to actually do it through internet sharing, because the Ethernet works, but the wireless won't, just due to the fact that it doesn't have Airport Extreme capability. So I'm going to let's open up Final Cut Express first, and we'll start with that with our software demo for today. Alright, we'll register later, and here we go. Final Cut Express HD, this is version 3.0. Alright, I'll hide the dock for this. So here we go. Final Cut Express 3.0 is right here. And let's just do some simple things. Let's go to text, and then scroll. That's what I want. So take the text, put it in our timeline here, and we could type something in there like computer clan rules, and then we have our scrolling text there, and we could do a lot of stuff with it. We could make this text larger, we could go to our motion tab and add in drop shadows and all that stuff. We could make the shadow a different color so it looks like a glow. So yeah, you could actually use this as an editor if you would really want to. It's probably not that ideal because it's older, but I just wanted to test it out, and it actually runs Final Cut Express 3.0 quite well. Let's check out the render times. Yeah, as you can see, the render times are pretty pathetic, but it's old, what can I say? You can play back the video, but it will be choppy unless you actually render it out. And after that much time, we've only gotten that much done, and then the rest will just show up as unrendered. So that's doing something simple in Final Cut Express there. Let's close out of that. It's going to LiveType. This is the titling software, which now Apple does not make because you can get Motion for $49, which is a gazillion times more capable. It's the equivalent to Adobe After Effects, and it has a lot of capabilities. I haven't even gotten through to all of them. Heck, I haven't even gotten through to all the capabilities on LiveType, but I prefer to use Motion because it's obviously a lot newer and all that good stuff. So we can go through all the fancy title effects I have installed here. Let's see, what one should we do? That's a cool one. That's cool. A lot of these are cool, really. I have oh, that's my Pro Series. we'll do this fire one. We'll apply to a new track and type something in there. CC rules. And there you go. We can have that, and we could obviously put in a background too if you'd like. Let's go to, I think that's under textures. Digital, let's see. And I'll throw in this one, apply to new track. And there we go. We got our nice little title there. Very simple. It won't play back in real time until it like renders itself out. And I don't even know if it's set to have any motion. I think it is, but it's just not playing back right because, once again, not optimal settings. But if I put this onto the iBook, I'm sure it'll run a lot better. So there's LiveType. Let's quit that. No, we do not need to save. Okay, so I have quite a bit of other software on here. Let's peruse the applications. Oh, an old version of iMovie. I'll show you that. Let me open that up here. I believe this is version 2, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's 3. I don't know. I was experimenting with a still here with effects and stuff. I believe, let me check the version. Yes, it is 3. Okay. So let me close that. Go into timeline mode. It has that old Apple brushed metal looking theme. You could apply titles to anything by going through the title browser here. And, oh, there's also effects, of course. Let's say, like, oh yeah, I already had that, that, like, pixie dust effect right there. Just experimenting with that. So yeah, this is the old iMovie. It's definitely a lot different than it is now. The new iMovie I cannot run on here just because the clock speed of the processor is not high enough, but the iBook G3 should be able to handle that. And I've got quite a bit of other stuff on here. Soundtrack, Minecraft's on here, but it doesn't work for crap. Old version of Internet Explorer, which I've shown you in previous videos. iPhoto 09, I believe that is. And one of the more unique ones is an older version of GarageBand. I don't think it's too old, though. I think it's version 09. It's pretty sluggish on here, but it works. So we could say create new project, and we'll just give it a random name, save it to the desktop. Yes, this actually is one of the older ones that I was thinking of, where the interface is white. The current interface kind of has that sort of dark color scheme. So this is actually quite different. This is actually the version I wanted to show you, so yay. The interface did change a lot over time, so we could plug in a keyboard and play instruments and stuff. We could use a microphone to record sounds, or we can go to the Loops browser and choose something. So I could go to like synths, and I could actually play something from here. Just like in the modern GarageBand, except it looks different. And just apply these into the track wherever I'd like. Okay, so I was checking my hard drive, and I actually remembered that I put Tiger back on here. I used to have it on an external drive. So I'm going to boot up into this and show you a bit of Tiger that's on this iMac. And I have OS 9 applications on there as well, so you get to see even older stuff from the Mac OS. And yes, I used to have Ubuntu on here, and it ran okay, but eventually I was just like, I don't need to keep it on here. I think I still have it on my G4 Cube, though. I took it off mainly because I needed to change the partition table to get my Tiger stuff on here. Okay, so here's the Macintosh hard drive, which has Leopard on it, and this is, actually these are all one hard drive, but that's the volume. And this is the Tiger hard drive, and Classic is starting up right now, so you can see that. So yes, this is Mac OS X Tiger. I do like the old Aqua look of this a bit, but I still think the current system is a lot more modern. But you got like the white glossy menu bar and the blue Apple logo here, and there's a lot more Aqua to it. Aqua is changing a lot. There's less Aqua, if you would say it that way, because there's a lot less blue, but it's still Aqua, and it's still Apple's awesome original interface, and I still really like it, but I like some of the looks of the old system as well. So just to verify, once this comes up, yes, OS 10.4. Oh, this could use a software update because I think 10.4.11 is what we have. So now that I've got OS 9 compatibility running side by side, I can click on this applications folder, and it'll bring me to, actually, I'll do it this way. I'm going to right-click on it, and it'll bring me a menu of OS 9 applications, so I can go to something like Adobe Photoshop 1.0. This goes way back. Version 107, copyright up to 1987 there. So yeah, this is really old. Let's just verify the about panel. Yep, looks like, yeah, copyright 1989 to 1990, and then Mac app is copyright 1985, 86, 87, Apple Computer Incorporated. And as you can see, it's got that classic macOS look. So we can go to File, New. And here we have a Photoshop document. No layers. There was no layers in Photoshop 1, but you can still do some stuff. And this is all black and white. So I can make a gradient. I could, you know, draw. Oh, that was an eyedropper. I meant to choose a pencil. Yes, we can draw things. And, yeah. I'm just kind of using it like as a paint program right now. But I think I can open up other panels here. Oh, that's full screen mode. How do I open up other panels? Let's see. Show rulers. Show palettes. Show brushes. Show histogram. Oh, yeah, that's not going to be a real-time Instagram, obviously. So, yes, I can change the size here. Oh, I think I actually could do colors. Since I'm running this on a color system, I could actually do colors. Oh, yes, I actually can do colors. Well, would you look at that? So there I got a nice ugly Finder face there. But we can also actually apply filters. There was filter support. I can go do like a blur. I might have done that totally wrong. Gaussian blur. There we go. Now we can type in a value, 9 pixels, and there, it calculates a blur. So yeah, this is a Photoshop 1. I will discard those changes. I think I might have shown you that a while ago on my G4 cube, but I could be totally wrong about that. It's been a while. Let's see what other old applications we have. Photoshop 2. Graphing calculator, that's just a graphing calculator that comes on OS 9. Firepower, I believe this is like a graphics tester. I don't know if it'll run in this environment though. Oh, let's try Go. Yeah, that's not working. But it like animates fireworks to test your graphics performance, but that's mainly for older computers. Oh, you got Max Solitaire. This is an old OS 9 solitaire game. As you can see, there's a huge funny picture of Steve Jobs right there. I would scroll in if I could, but I can't, apparently. And you can play solitaire. Let's see. Gotta move here. And yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to flip cards already. Well, that's going great so far. Oh, then we gotta move here, and etc. I'm not gonna play the whole game, obviously. That'll take a while. So that's what I've got on OS 9 here, and on OS 10 I don't think I have any other apps really, because I just mainly use it for OS 9 compatibility. And there you have it. That's what I've got on the G4 here. So I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration of one of my favorite old Apple computers. One of its more successful all-in-ones, I must add. And I hope you enjoyed the 3 versions of the macOS and their programs. So that concludes this demonstration. I'm going to turn off Classic and turn off the computer here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you, as always, in the next one.